Hello, we have a pretty impressive game played on one down level on Foxxy server where white won by resignation, mainly because of killing the bottom dragon. Now what happened here, in the beginning white got a pretty good start, and then black was setting up a Moy on the right side. White goes for reducing with a cap move, but that was dangerous, a little bit deep, and almost died inside, but managed to escape somehow, going out in this direction, and then kill black's wall. So that was a pretty nice turn of events, and there was no way to come back for black after that. So let's check it out. First of all, we have a diagonal Fuseki that always leads to more complicated fights early on. White takes the corner. Of course, here white can think about the pincer to make it more complicated right away, but taking the corner, it's always good. And here white goes for the peep. Now black connected solid, but black has the option to block this way, and then if white plays the Hane under and black just blocks, white will use the Atari and go out. This is a possible outcome, but black can also change direction in developing towards the center with this kind of move. Back in the day, Hane was the move, but more interesting to play the Keima. Then white will either Nobi or Keima to break into the side, and now black can play away. So giving up a few points on the right side at S14, black will get some thickness towards the center and later set up a Moyo. Now black connected solid, so he's still interested in the right side, and white extends to space to the top. Here usually white should play a Keima at O16 or Kosumi P16. This way white gives some support to P14 in the center, and again black will just extend to finish the Joseki on the right side. Playing the two space in the top, black will attach. This actually happened in the game. Pull back, and now white is a little bit low in the top, and it doesn't connect so well to P14, but it's not such a big deal because P14 was a Kikashi anyway, so now I can use, lose the stone, and it's really not a big deal. So black still extends for a base. White goes Sansan, that's very modern, and actually it's a good move. Well, it's nothing wrong to play the Komoku, the Kakari from the outside, just a corner approach. If black plays here, then slide or invade the corner, or simply extend back. This is fine too. Anyway, black is going to build the right side, it is just a Moyo, and the rest of the board is still empty to fight for. So Sansan invasion, which is really trendy. That's a good Joseki and a simple one. And now black hits Sente. Black puts pressure here, that's fine. White can push up like this and then play the clamp. Now when black connects, white connects under, and it kind of comes out. If black goes down, white can cut or connect under like this, but this kind of feels a bit painful. Anyway, white can also just push or push up and then turn, and now keep Sente to play other big points. This one or the Sansan invasion, or even it's time to consider some reducing moves, but we will get to that in a moment. So black goes Nobi, that's fine. Going down here is not necessary, because even if white plays away, let's say a reducing move like N10, black can push once at P3 and then either Hane or descend. And when black descends here, white can simply block and the corner is safe. Also, white can come from the outside, K3, threatening to connect under, black will turn and then protect the corner. So this is already a little gain to play the exchange at K3. The problem with going down at S3 is that black doesn't necessarily need to block. He did in the game because he really cares about the right side, but actually he can play away, and even if white jumps here, it's not such a big reducing on the right side. So it feels that S3 it's more like an endgame move or late middle game towards endgame. It's really not that urgent right away. Anyway, black blocked, so white got the exchange in Sente, and now white plays away. At this stage of the game, even though the left side is still large and interesting to fight, so for example like this, if you look on the right side it's quite impressive, so white should already think about ways to reduce the Moyo. And the way to do it is to come from above, not to go too deep. Shoulder hit is usually an option to put pressure on R9, and in general black will answer with a block here or a block under, and then it's easy for white to go out into the center in a very fast pace. But being so strong everywhere, black might try a counter with a cap. So then when white comes inside, black can go for a severe attack and try to kill everything. Therefore, it's better to take a step back and start from the middle, and the next move is going to be Q10 to reduce the with the shoulder hit. So if black plays a big point like this to prevent white's approach, next white will continue with the shoulder hit and then no B, and now white stones are connected and it's much easier to reduce the moyo and set up a sabaki. Also, if black answers to this kind of reducing move by playing a block at p10, his moyo is much smaller. So already this exchange keeps black kind of limited, and then white can play the big point anyway on the left side. Also, white can jump once and still keeps the moyo in check. So black is not going to expand too much. If white plays away, like it happened in the game, and black just adds another move around n10, this box, it's really impressive. But let's see what happens. So white sun invasion. Okay, block, that's fine. Then Hane and double Hane. That's a basic Joseki. And white went down, this is okay. Well, this can wait. I mean, the timing for c18, it's always delicate. You can play it right away, you can wait a little bit and then use it as a cotret. It's pretty much all the time when white goes down here, black will block at b18. But in some cases, when you do it very late or under some cause circumstance, then black will give up the cornerstones. So that's why in general it's played pretty early to make sure that black will always answer at b18. Now when this happens, white extending on the left, but actually here, locally it's better for white to play d14, because this way you take a liberty away from the 4 stones, and later on, let's say we have this, this and this on the board, the Hane becomes Sente. So black needs to play another move here, or a jump. So at least there is some impact on those stones by taking away the liberty at d14, and the left side can grow this way a little bit larger. Playing this extension, well, it narrows the space on the left side for an invasion, but it's also kind of passive. So it's not going to impact the top stones at all. But well, as an extension from the Ponuki, it's fine. So black approaches here. In fact, black should play d4 to keep white low on the left side. So this way, white is not going to grow too much like it happened in the actual game. Playing the approach on the third line here, white will go to the fourth line, that's very good. And black feels flat on the bottom side. So if white continues this way, now white's moyo on the left side starts to look pretty big and impressive. And black is just low on the bottom side. Now this approach is a bit strange. Normally the local approach is f18, which threatens to connect the 3 stones. But this is usually played as a cotret. So if black doesn't answer, when white connects under, the corner dies. And usually the way black answers, it's e18. And after this, white will extend back to the top. So going all the way to e18, black will capture, and this e18 doesn't really have a bright future there, so it's better to leave it. Besides, when you play f18 and black blocks at e18, then later in the endgame, the Hane will take a few points away from black. If black defends here, it's fine. In the end, black needs another move, but it was Gote and quite an ugly shape. And if black doesn't answer locally, white can continue with a18, then Atari under. So white gets all these forcing moves in Sente and ruins the corner. And in the end, d18 and e18 will create an empty triangle. So it's good to remember that the approach should be f18, not e18. Also, with f18, you stay away of thickness, and it's a better way to set up a base in the top. So this stone not being in contact to the wall, it's hard for black to catch it. But this can wait. I mean, this kind of forcing moves can be played when it's really necessary. Later on, when fighting some ko, it's just perfect to use this move. Now it's a waste. Black answered, and there is nothing left in the corner for white. So white extends back, that's fine. If white extends only h17, it leaves more space for an invasion here. But h17 gives more support to e18. Now, when the other move is played, it's much easier to extend to the right and then go up to make a base in the top. So f18, not e18. All right, then black turns. Now black had an idea to set up the Moya on the right side, but should be either O10 or going like N10, because now this kind of prevents the shoulder hit. When white comes in, it's easy to block and try to catch everything. So this way, white will die inside and black makes a bigger territory. Playing the turn, this is going for O14, but white still has some room to reduce. And the way white should reduce, it's a move around here. Because now the imaginary line of the Moyo, it's somewhere around here. So any kind of move on that sector line, it's a good reducing move. Going deeper than that line, so if this is the line of the Moyo, when white comes inside a bit deeper, it's gonna be dangerous. And that happened. So white played a cap, which is a standard way of reducing. Probably the way of thinking here is that black will play Keima one way or the other, following the principal answer cap move with a Keima, and then white will just jump out. And that's an easy way for white to reduce the Moya. But black play with Fighting Spirit, a counter cap, and that's actually pretty good in this case, to use the thickness all over the right side. So white is trying to make the Sabaki. Actually, white should attach on the right and then cross cut and try to get some forcing moves here and then attach to go out in the center. Now this black will cut obviously right away. Cut, extend, so far so good. And it's really difficult for white to live inside. So here normally black can go up and then block like this, but it looks a little bit bold because white can also turn direction like this and then block, and now it can get more tricky. But it still feels like white doesn't have enough room for ice. For black, it's very important to make this exchange p3, p2. He never did. He could do it later. Anyway, also r10 it's an option because when white pulls back, black extends and there is no space for ice. So with this move, white is threatening to catch the stone in the middle. Black obviously goes out. Then white should go down, but black can also extend. So, go out. So white has to find ways to go to the left, but it's really not enough room. Yeah, this jump looks like a light move to create Sabaki, but so far, very difficult to create ice. Black should first push in the corner. White will always answer this exchange. He's not going to play here and lose the corner and then still gamble on the right side. So, yeah, on this exchange, white will answer and then the Hane. Hane is good to take away the eye shape. This Kosumi is also good. So again, black can push in the corner first and then play the Nobi. This Nobi is threatening to push and cut in the middle. And now play a Keima to surround the group. So white should die inside. Now on this move, that's fine. Attack, it's okay. Connect, it's an option too. So let's see, if black pushes here, white takes a stone. Black has to come out to make it one eye and then attack it this way. The push, always center for black and then connect. Yeah, it's only one eye. White is dead inside. So black connects, white turns, very good. This exchange is actually minus. White can connect the stone and then black will link on the side. And in case white leaves with the big dragon, the stone q11 is also saved. Playing this move, black blocks, and now black can also catch two more stones in the middle. So this is completely minus, losing the stones inside for no compensation. And now here, black had his last chance to try to kill something by turning in the corner. But maybe white will now decide to go out and give up the corner in order to escape with a larger group on the right side. This trade can happen, and it's better than the game for black, because in the game, black tried hard to kill and lost everything, which oftentimes happens when you get too ambitious. So Nobi, that's fine, push. So here black has to pay attention, but it's hard to contain the group anymore. Actually, instead of playing Hane, white should play Kosumitsuke like this, or a Keima to stress the cutting points. Then when black defends, now the Hane, and then white is simply out. Also the Kosumitsuke helps too, because black has to double up like this or like this. There is a lot of Aji here with the wedge at L3, and then white can Hane, and on the Hane, just double Hane. Or play Atari, Atari, and then make shape. So the group is out already. Now on this move, if black tries to cut this way, white has Atari, then Nobi to threaten the two stones, and then catch these two in a ladder. If black captures here, white captures like this. Or play Atari, Atari, and then start the ladder that goes to the left. So that's the way to escape with the Keima. But okay, Hane first. This got a little more dangerous, but in the end, it's all forced and it worked fine. So black has to connect under, turn, very good. And here black should connect. Black should accept that white is out in the middle and there's nothing to do to catch this group anymore, and just let it go and then continue the fight. But it's gonna be tough for black actually, because once the Moyo is ruined, black is left with very small territories everywhere. But at least his big dragon doesn't die. So now Atari and descent. Well, the descent was a little bit risky. Here, white should turn with Atari first and then go down. Because when black cuts, you have the ladder. And if black connects under, catch the stones in the middle and it's already good enough. Going down, black should cut without thinking. There's nothing else to lose. I mean, anyway, he's in trouble. So if this happens, black has a chance to fight for a semi with a large group on the right. And now let's check the liberty situation. So black will push, then descend or Hane. Now white can make some I shape, push here, and then we gotta take away liberties. So this, capture, take liberties from the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, not enough, 1, 2, 3, against 2. So black can even play away, yeah, and the semi it's 1. Oh, sorry, no, this is self Atari. No, black cannot play away, black has to play Atari and now capture. So black could win this semi. Therefore, oops, I jump ahead too much. Here, when black captures a stone, white connects and now it's pretty much game over. Well, this is a move to set up a ko in the corner. That's fine. So for white to play S2, it's not really an option. Black can push and... oh wait, actually it is an option. But it makes things very complicated again. Lots of liberties here, but it's only one eye. Ah. Maybe black is not going to push first, but play here. Threatening to catch the two stones and then push in the corner. Now this is not enough. Black has more liberties. Yeah, so white has to fight the ko. But already it's a success for white. White got out of the Moyo and now go for this ko fight. And the local threat is probably not enough. Black should try something else. But now it's difficult. If black plays here, white connects, black cuts, white connects, black turns, white will block. And there's a push and cut here and a connection on the right. So when black connects, white will fight like this. When black plays in the middle, white captures a stone. Difficult ko for black, in fact. Now with this move, the fight goes on. White played cautious. Playing here, it can lead to another ko fight. So it's very dangerous. Yeah, good decision to play to capture the two stones, because if black connects, white can play p1, and now there's mi between s1 and s5. So when black goes down, white cuts here. It's gonna be a call. Well, this can save black, but it still doesn't matter. But playing like this, black just ruined all his hopes. So connecting here, it's still a little option. I mean, if black plays here, white leaves and that's it. Game over. But if black goes down and white connects, black connects, now it's a semi. So white needs to capture and black can start the call. And fighting this call, let's see if we can save the group. Still no quadrants, huh? Tari. Ah, this can be a quadrat or throw in. Throw in. If white connects, it's everything in Atari, so white needs to capture, then Atari, and Atari. Yeah, black can leave fighting this ko, but he will leave in Gote, and then white will play a big point, and it's enough. Now, after the ko was settled, and white wins the semi, there's nothing for black to do to continue this game. So here is a little bit of an attempt. White can Nobi, in fact. If black cuts, white will Atari once and turn. And here black will just die inside. Oh wait, black can leave. But it's super small. So this can happen. Yeah, white doesn't have to connect right away. Just Nobi. And if black pushes again, black is just scrolling to leave small in the top. And then white can jump in the middle. And this cut is actually not a big problem, because white will make enough eye space in the center. But white is ultra cautious now, having the dragon killed. Okay, turn was Sente. Instead of pushing from behind, better play Keima, or better play a move to enclose the box. Something like this. So when black comes inside, just surround and kill more. Now black tried an invasion anyway, but you shouldn't attach on the single stone. Better play the cap and push him into the wall. He will just die inside with everything. You gotta play like it's an even game. Well, black can just Hane here and then come out somehow. This way, black doesn't get much on the left. So black still needs to go out. And that was it. More flexible to play this kind of moves. Well, push it center, then jump. Probably safer to jump just like this, because black is quite strong in the middle. But it really doesn't matter. Oh, for white this move it's always center. Hane, block, connect, and black needs this move. Because if black plays in the middle, white will extract those stones. So it's actually big to play the Hane at S14 pretty early. But from here, it's all white. White can block. If black pushes like this, Atari doesn't matter either side, and the bump will make black go up, and then white can play some other move. Playing like this is Gote, whereas the bump can be Sente. So here we go. So far so good, everything connected. Can white play here? Then when black goes out, push and cut. Kill more stones. No way out. You should always make your opponent force him into making more mistakes, especially when way ahead. Saving this is just 4 points. Connect here, it's center, then jump in or attach like this. There are bigger moves still. And it's got it for black to capture 2 stones too. Instead of this connection at S17, white can play here, and now black defends and white can play away. So the defense is center. Like this is got and it's -1 point. Here actually, white should play the attach. Or at least Nobi. Sorry. Like this. Then black will capture one stone, white plays away. But white is so much ahead that it really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of attitude to play the good moves, no matter if being 100 points ahead or just 5 points ahead. Yeah, this push could be Sente, and actually it destroys 2 points because G7, G13 will be filled at the end. So that was it. Impressive game by white. Well done and enjoy the review.